Welcome everybody to Coffee, Cranberry Juice, Cats, and Art in the Morning. Cat's already been up here, at least one of them has. So, yeah, I went to our local library sale this Saturday. And, oh, okay. Hi, tell her hi. Well, I don't know. She's not going to know what I'm saying, Galena, but yeah. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. It was a nice weekend, and we have now beautiful sunny weather, I think, all week long in Atlanta. So looking forward to that. Yeah, he'll probably be back, Limo. Limo said, bye, Oliver. Thanks for stopping by. I got my art cards mailed out, big stack of them. So you guys that won art cards last week, I got them all, finished painting, varnished, painted the back, signed them, dated them, and all that. So those have gone out. And so yeah, so I'm going to show you what I got at the library sale, and then I think I'm going to show you again how to make either a file folder or a little mini sketchbook. So we'll show that today. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired this morning. Well, just, had a busy weekend. So we'll see how much we do today. And if y'all follow Janet, CB, Zandra, who else? Jen Oz. If you follow any of them on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, they're having a great time over in Australia, in Oz, down under. And looks like they had some great meals, some nice places to stay, art places, all kinds of stuff. I don't think I've seen them go. I don't know if anybody knows. Are they going to the zoo? I haven't seen any zoo pictures. Maybe I missed something. But because they post overnight, so I have to go hunt them up, and I'm behind on Twitter this morning. Because they're 14 hours ahead of us, 13 hours ahead of us. So, they're going to bed when we're getting up, and vice versa, or versa visa. Heather got to meet them. I saw a picture with you, Heather, with them. Heather CBC got to meet CB and all the rest of them. I'm not sure if I have it written down the day they're coming back. Let me see here. I had something on my calendar, but I don't remember. May 9th, I think. I think I've got that right. I think they come back May 9th, but Zandra's staying an extra month. Because she's going to take a workshop with Jane Davenport. So she will be staying an extra month, renting a beach cabin or something, and staying an extra 3 weeks, I guess, 3 weeks or a month. And but I think they come back the 9th. So yeah, so another 10 days or something like that. The zoo's today? Okay. Yeah, I know. Isn't it awesome? And so, if you follow any of them, Zandra posts on, Zandra posts on, there's a little Malibu. See, her little tail is not as fluffy as Oliver's. I forgot what I was going to say. Zandra posts everywhere. So you'll probably see her, probably be, if you want to go look for somebody's posts, she's posting quite a few pictures. Okay, so I'm going to start with some books. So I got the library sale. All the books are usually, I think the dollar, some were 50 cents, and the magazines were a quarter. Yeah, she's a lot smaller. And I can really tell the difference when they're coming at me is by Malibu has like gray bangs, and Oliver has a widow's peak. Otherwise, they're all white with just a little bit of gray on their foreheads. So the first thing I got at the library sale, I got this for my mom. Mom is big Beatrix Potter collector. Okay, my camera's crooked. And I used to collect the the little figurines from the UK for her, and Hallmark carried them for a lot of years, and then they just quit making them. Now they may make them somewhere, something again, but as of any time recently, they. But I think I got her all the collection. I think I got her all the characters anyway. So, and Mom's been over to the UK and been to the stores and everything over there and she loves Beatrix Potter. So anyway, it's a kid's book. It's been well loved, well used, but I don't think she has this one. So I got this one for her. It has somebody's writing in here, and the book. This one's 1980 edition. So anyway, it just had all the different characters, which I've collected for Mom, and she has all the little porcelain figurines. And yeah. So I just thought this was cute. So I got that for my mom. I don't think she's here this morning. I think they had some appointments this morning, so she's probably not there. Okay, so there's that. Then I got, this is called Magic, Mayhem, and Mavericks. It's a history of chemistry. I love the history of anything. I love the history of anything. So this one is, sorry for the glare. This is the history of chemistry. Kathy Cobb wrote it. Let's see. Prometheus Books. I wonder if that's the same Prometheus that does the TV shows, like Oak Island and Ancient Aliens. I don't know. It's Prometheus Books, so I don't know if it's by Prometheus. Do I have the Peter Rabbit coloring book? No, I don't think I do, Limo. I don't think I bought that. Oh, wait a minute. I think I bought it. Did I buy it for Mom? I don't remember. I might have bought it for Mom, but I haven't colored it. If I have it, I think I either gave it to Mom or I don't have it. So, yeah. So I love history, anything. So here comes Oliver again. Yeah, don't get on the computer. And so anyway, it's just Aristotle, the ancients, mathematics, motion, machines. I mean, I'm not going to read all of this, but anyway, it's a history of physical chemistry. So I just really, I'm going to enjoy this. I know that might sound boring to you, but this is my kind of read right here. This is my kind of book. Has your mom been to the Beatrix Potter? Yes, she has, Dot. It's been many, many years, but yes, she has been to the Beatrix Potter house. So anyway, I got that. Like I said, these are all the hardbacks are $1. So got that. Then I got the Children's Night Sky Atlas. There's a mic. Let me tilt my light just a little. The Children's Night Sky Atlas. And what I really liked about this, it had all these overlays. Let me show you here. It has all these, look, like here's one. It has all the star chart overlays, or the, like here's Perseus. I don't know if I can't. And it overlays the sky. So here's what it looks like to us. But if you have a star chart thingy, what do you call it? Here's the, I love library sales. And hi, Steffi. I don't think I have that, Limo. Yeah. So anyway, I love these. Sorry for all the glare there, but there's a whole bunch of them. And so I just really, me and space and all that. So you see here, it's got the overlays. I don't know how many are in there. I didn't count them, but there's a whole bunch. There's another one. Keep the glare off. See? Isn't that cool? Yeah, all hardbacks are $1. It's a whole room. They have a whole room And what they do is when they have volunteers to come open it and run it for the day, then they open it up, and I'm sure they continuously add to it all the time, right? It's like an annex right off the library, and so then the volunteers will run it, and every book, all the hardbacks are 50 cents. I think paperbacks are, I mean, a dollar. Paperbacks are 50 cents, and magazines are a quarter. So, anyway, so I picked that up. Then, well, we got a couple more here, and then I got a bunch of magazines. This is a kid's book, Five Heavenly Emperors, Chinese Myths of Creation. And I gotta be honest, I bought it for the art. I bought it for the art of it, you know. Of course, every culture has their history of creation and the flood and all that. But I love the art of it. This came out in 1994. Song Nan Zhang, Z-H-A-N-G. I'm probably not pronouncing it right. But, yeah. So I just love the art in this book. And our bookstore, Books A Million, had a big comic book. Well, not that big, but they had comic books. I think they were comic books over 2 years old. They had for $1, so I bought a few of those. I don't have them in here. I can go get them if anybody's interested in them. But I bought, I think 6 or 7 comic books. They were $1. Like 1 or 2 of them were like $4.99, little, thick comic books. So I didn't buy them for the storyline or for the, well, I did buy one kind of because of the story, but most of them I bought for the art. So I bought the comic books for the art. I love comic book art. Hey, Barry, nice to you. Yeah, she did die. It's like I said, it's been years. It's been years. Yeah, some I may and some I may not use, Sue's. So yeah, look at the colors and I'm not sure. It looks maybe like watercolor, maybe gouache, probably watercolor. I'm trying to see what they painted them in. It's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, hey Deputer. Anybody else popping in? Have you ever been to Half Price Books? Yeah, there used to be one not real close to me because we had another family-owned used bookstore in our town, but I think they closed down. And the Half Price Books that it wasn't that close to me. It was like halfway between here and Atlanta, but I don't think it's there anymore either. So not recently, Steffi. It's 20 years maybe. Some I do. Some I do, Joy. So anyway, but I also love children's book art illustration. So I have a little collection of children's art books. I've shown them before. It's been a few years, I guess. But I have a few children's. But if y'all want to see any children's books, I can pull those out again, But again, I love the art in this book. That's why I bought it. I didn't read any of the story. I bought it all for the art. So, but yeah, I do have my daughter Annie out in LA. There's some bookstore that she goes to that has a whole big children's book section, and she bought me one year a whole bunch of kids books for, I don't know if it was my Mother's Day or if it was my birthday or something. But one year she bought me a bunch of beautiful children's books. Showing some books. Yes, Kitty, I am. You want to see the kids' books? Yeah. I have to wait till I can herd. Right now, the diva is in that room. We have to herd the cats around, so she's in that room right now, so I can't go get it unless I lock these two up. And Hubster's busy right now, so we can't do it right now. But yeah, I can show you the comic books I got. I can go get those, are in the other room. So anyway, I just thought this was really, here's the birth of the alphabet. And yeah. So yeah, the 5 heavenly emperors. Chinese myths of creation, Song, Nan, Zhang, or Zong. So, yeah, I'm going to have to get the kids' books out when we shift the Diva. And the last, well, this is one of the other books. I think I got a couple somewhere else. This was the history of advertising in America, and it's a big Mama Jamba book. And again, it was $1, and it takes you through the whole. I need something to prop up because that light's right there. What can I put there? Let's see here. I don't know if one of my watercolor. Yeah, no, not quite. Needs maybe 2 of them. Now that's going to slide. I need something. Let's get a book. Prop it up. There we go. Just prop it up just a little. Hey, Mac. Anybody else popping in? So, again, I'm not going to flip through every single page, but well, let me try to start from the front. It has the whole history of advertising in America. So I'm just going to kind of flip this real quick. Coca-Cola, of course. Yeah, it has awesome advertising, and well, that's what it is, history of advertising. But it's just got lots of ads, I should say, tiny little ads, and the posters and the colorful art. It's just, it's pretty cool. Hey, stars. Anybody else popping in I missed? If y'all have any questions or anything, put it in caps so I know you're talking to me. So it's a big Mama Jamba book. So it's $1 at the library sale. I'm not sure what year. Let's see. $1990. The book came out in 1990. So yeah, 200 years of American advertising. So then I got a stack of magazines that were $1 each. Early American Life. I think they're all from 1974. So all these vintage, if you want to call it that, I think, Bunny, I think you're somehow looping. I think the High Dee is looping in there. I think that's the 4th time I've seen it. So I don't think you're putting that in there. I think it's looping for some weird reason. So yeah, so I got Early American Life, and I did flip through a few of them, not all of them, and they're all in black and white. But what's cool about them is I like because of a lot of the ads. And in this one, though, there's one thing in this one I'm going to tear out and send to, there's probably a lot of stuff I'm going to tear out and send to people, but one of the things that I saw was an article in this one on miniatures. So you know who I'm going to send this to? It's going to go to Jennifer Crackalack, and it's just a 2-page article, but I just thought, it's from 1974. Here's this woman she's sitting there making a little bed. So I thought she might get a kick out of this article. Oh, so I'll send that to her. But anyway, yeah, it's all Early American Life. And what I like about it is all the ads. I mean, they have all these old ads. And so I know it's probably, can't really see too much in there, but Yesterday's Housekeeper. 150 years ago, a book was published which dealt with, among other things, pickles, the cook's oracle. It's got a whole list there. So anyway, and then like here's authentic early American ceramic reproductions, because there was a time when this was really like this was like in style to have this in your house. The reproductions, you know. But anyway, I love the illustrations, and some of the articles are cool. Here's the windmills of Eastern Long Island. And there comes Hubster in the garage. So anyway, it's just very cool. All the vintagey stuff. In early American life. So I got a stack of them for a quarter. It was really funny. The lady that checked me out at the library table, when you check out, and I had all these. She goes, "Oh, those are very cool. Where'd you get those?" I said, "They're right over there." I said, "I think I left one or two. Hang on, let me get a sip of coffee. Juice, I mean." She said, "Oh." I said, "There's a couple left over there. I didn't take every one." She goes, I used to collect stuff like this." Sorry, guys. Yeah, my voice is going. And she said, "I used to collect stuff like that. What's it called? What's it called?" I went, "A hoarder?" We both busted out laughing. Anyway, so the flowering of American folk art. So the inside double page spread has got a color page. Color. It's in color, and the rest is all in black and white. Oh no, here's one more in color. Oh, this has got quite a few. The other ones I didn't see a lot of color pages. This has got a few. If y'all remember rosemalling painting. Anybody do this folk art painting back in the day? Hey, Mermaid Jen. Did anybody do folk art painting? And then there was, what's her name, that did one stroke? I forget her name. One of y'all probably remember. Did the one stroke painting methods. Painting on tin. Different kinds of brush care, finishing. So it's just kind of cool. Again, I liked it because of all the ads, particularly. You've done some, Joy, folk art painting? Yeah, it's been some years, but First Early American Society Spring Assembly. But look, I mean, all these ads, they're just so vintagey. Donna Dewberry, yeah, thanks, Lynn. Donna Dewberry. Used to paint ceramics. Joy. Oh, that's cute, Mac. So, yeah, lots of more ads and everything in here. So, this one, it's just got all different ones. This one has something on St. Louis, Missouri, carving decoy ducks, silhouette cutting. And again, they're all from 1974 that I saw. I mean, I didn't really like check every single one, but I just grabbed a handful. backgammon. Hubster and I used to play backgammon years ago. I haven't played in a long time. I know I still have my backgammon set around here somewhere. Early American duck decoys, carving. My uncle carves decoys, and let me go run downstairs and get it. It's not a decoy. Hang on. All right, out. Okay, the cats have left the room, so I'm going to walk them out here. He carves decoys, but he also carves things like little mouse on a shelf. This is one of the ones he carved for me. Looks like a real little mouse. And you probably can't see it, but there's like every little fur is carved. And they sit on a shelf. I have it sitting on a shelf in my china cabinet. He sits like this. So yeah, my uncle does carving. I wish it would show up the detail a little better. Little whiskers, see the little whiskers inserted? I know, right? And so, whoops. Like I said, it sits on a shelf like this and looks over the side, looks over the edge. I know, I'll sit them here on the computer. As long as the cats don't see it. So anyway, it just made me think of this with the decoys, because he carves those too. So, and then here's a little trips close to home, 1974. I think this is a little insert here on traveling. Oh, and then here's that silhouette thing. Silhouette cutting. There's a name for it. What's it called? I won't be able to pronounce it even if I remembered it. Schmitz, it's SCHMI. I don't not remember. But anyway, there's a German name. That's a German name for a silhouette cutting. I have a girlfriend who carved a mouse like that for me. Amazing detail. Yeah. I just think it's so cute. He stays locked up though, so the cat, well, so nothing happens to him, but anyway, so silhouette cutting. Now I use my Cameo, which by the way, they had a 50% off. So I stocked up on a few new designs. Next time I bring out Her Majesty Camille, in other words, my Cameo silhouette. Next time I bring it out, I've got a few new designs I can cut out. Next time we do a cutting episodes. Yeah, because I don't need to hand cut it. I can just cut it out like Cameo. But anyway, there's a thing on St. Louis. Different ends. Another, that's continuing on backgammon. So yeah. Thanksgiving at Plymouth. Thing about clock, American glass, the Lincoln Trail, apothecary chess plans, pilgrims recipes, do-it-yourself crewel, you know, like the kind of needlework crewel, CREWEL, not cruel like being mean. Historic walking tours. But I just love all the ads and all the vintage look of it, right? And this one, colonial, and I'm not reading all of them, I'm just picking a couple of them off. Craft of the Ancient Mariner, different places in Missouri, America's First Circus, country stores, more on decoys and shorebirds. And then this one, Before the Kiln, Sled and Sleigh Days, Christmas classic, Frocks and Finery, Boston's Old North Church, Tucker China, America's Porcelain, Christmas ornaments. This was the Christmas edition. Let's see here. But look at this. Look how cool this is. Oh, probably, yeah, because that was early American life, especially, Joy. So funny, locked up your mouse. Mine sits on a high shelf, and the cats don't see it. Well, I didn't think the cats would, get. They'd climb on the tallest things around here. So, cookies for Christmas. So anyway, yeah, that was kind of cool. This one, New Mexico Santos, Liberty Village, Ohio Canals, Making a Braided Rug, Ben Franklin's Kites, Dooryard Gardens, Early Life in New Amsterdam Part 2. Anyway, I'm just going to do a quick flip through the rest of them here. But like I said, all the old ads. Here's one from 1976. Oh, I got one from 77, one from 79. So I got 70. Here's 75. It's funny, I've used this painting. Well, not the painting, but a picture of this painting in one of my collages. I think it's on my, when you come on to my Ustream, you see a slideshow. I think he's in there. Maybe, I don't remember. I haven't changed my slideshow in 10 years. 8 years. I don't know. 8 years, I guess. So, yeah. I just thought this was really cool. Paul Revere and different houses and everything. Then this one's from 77. Brandywine Country. There it is. Sharon Schnitt. Sharon Schnitt. Traditional paper cutting. Here's another article with it. I guess they readdressed it after a couple of years. Let's see. Here we go. Maybe this is different than the silhouette cutting because this is very detailed. Look. See? Maybe they consider this a separate thing. But this is the word I was trying to think of. There it is. Wait, Bunny, wait, let me tell you something that happened to me. And are you still here? Let me see if she's still here before I go through the whole explanation. If you're still here, let me know, Bunny, and I'll tell you what happened to me, and I got an answer on it. If you're still here. Because there's a delay. There's a 30-second delay. If she's leaving, she might have already left. I'll wait and see. Scented leaf geraniums, fireplace, and a bake oven. Folk art in stone. Let's look at that one. Gloucestershire sea serpent. Say that 3 times. I'm waiting to see if Bunny's still here to tell her something about on her Ustream videos. Stenciled floors. This one's probably got a lot of good stuff in it. Portrait painter. Oh, this is really cool. Look at these old paintings. The Reverend W. Larson, May 2nd, 1843. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if she's still here, Joy. I just don't want to go through a whole long explanation of something if she's not here. So, these are very cool. 1843. Collecting sewing implements. Okay, so Bunny, first off, or Heather, first off, make sure that the videos that you said you couldn't upload in the last 7 days are that you made. First off, make sure you made them public on Ustream. Make sure they're made public, not like unpublished. And then go in, and I found, because that happened, and it happens to all of us occasionally, but I got an answer back from one of the Ustream guys, tech guys, that he went in and looked, and he said that it showed that I was still logged into that video. So go into your video screen. You don't even have to have your camera on. Just go in and start broadcast, not record, just start broadcast. Not an old video. Just go in there and start broadcast. Leave it on for about 30-45 seconds and then stop broadcast, because somehow I think some videos get hung up as still, even though I know for sure I hit stop broadcast and stop record, because that's the order I do it in when I leave, but sometimes they get hung up with that. So try to do that. Just go into a blank screen, hit start broadcast, wait 30-45 seconds, and then hit stop broadcast. Okay? And then log out. Log out of Ustream. And try that. But you make sure your videos are public, because if you don't have them public, they're not going to upload. You know? So maybe that'll help. You can try. That's what happened with mine. Okay, then the last one is 1976, which, you know, is our bicentennial. So this one's probably got some good bicentennial information. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't read any of it. I just found that one article that I want to send to Jennifer. The myth of the Franklin stove. But look at the little diagrams. Look at the little schematics. That's so cool to me. A lot of ads for different. Here's one on Operation Sale. All kinds of things, places to go, things to do up there in the northeast. I got start streaming live. Yeah, hit the broadcast. Hit broadcast. Wait 30 to 45. Like I said, you don't even have to have your camera in there, plugged in. Just hit broadcast, wait a minute, and then hit stop broadcast, and then log out of Ustream. Okay? So hopefully that will maybe get it unstuck. So yeah, I'm going to send this article to Jennifer Crackalack in this miniatures article, just because it's a kind of a vintagey article. Oh, but did you hear me also say the part about make sure your videos are public? Make sure they're not on unpublished. You have to they have to be published. Okay. All right. So there's all those. There goes Hubster out the garage again. Where did I do it? Oh, and then I picked up my these I got at my Books A Million. They were clearing out old comics. Well, thank me if it works, Bunny. I don't know if it will. Because, you know, and it might take a couple hours. It might not show up immediately. I don't know why. I think it took mine a couple hours, so I don't know. That's the only tip I have. Because, you know, we don't get much tech help because Ustream is free for us. You know, we're not NASA here, people. NASA would probably get immediate response. Okay, so I got a bunch of. I think they're from 2014. I think most of them. I looked at a few. They're 2014. This one's 2015, rather. I said 2 years, so 15. Well, anyway, they're over 2 years old. They're over 2 years old, and I guess they're just clearing them out. And again, I did not buy any of these except this one. I bought James Bond 007. I bought this one because of the theme. But otherwise, I picked them all up because of the art. And I tried to get all different kinds of art. I didn't want anything that all looked the same. I just wanted some different art, comic book art. So again, they all are very, very different. And I'll just show them to you real quick. Lumberjanes. Just, they're just different kinds, different art styles. The Dresden Files. It's just cool to see the different, like, look at this perspective here. I just like the art of it. So, yeah, again, not because of any of the themes. Lady Castle. And they were just $1. Some of them were like this. Which one was it? Was one here that was like $3.99 or something. Normal price. Now I didn't get these at the library, Joy. I got these at Books A Million. I think they're getting ready to do inventory, and they're having a clean out, so they're getting rid of a lot of these older comic books. Like this one was 2017, but I think most all of them were 2015, like that. Again, the art is just amazing. So that's why I got them. And then this one, Miracle Man, this one was $4.99. And this one came out in 2016. But again, I just thought the art was all very, very cool. So, yeah, and then James Bond. I started reading James Bond. Well, when I first started reading, I read biographies. I loved biographies. When I first learned how to read, I started reading biographies. Then I got into spies, like James Bond, and science fiction. So then I read all, and this is back Heinlein, Asimov, the old time science fiction. And spy novels. Well, there's only so many of James Bond, but there's other ones similar. So, yeah. So, yeah, got a James Bond. So those were $1. Like I said, I got them for the art. So that was my library sale and book stuff. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you, remember last week I said I ordered something on Amazon. It's going to be here Saturday. Well, I thought it was going to be here Friday, but it came Saturday. So I did get, you step away for coffee? Yeah. Can't do that around here, Joy. No, I'm just kidding. So I ordered this. Y'all know I needed a new sketchbook, right? I needed a new sketchbook. And I showed the picture of it, but I think I showed it off camera. I didn't show it on camera what I was getting. So this is, it's not as big as the big sketchbook. Where's my big sketchbook? Did I put it up on the shelf? Yeah, it's up on the shelf now because I rearranged things. And this is just a softback. And this is just like copy paper. It's create space paper, people. It's not anything. It's for sketching. It's for sketching. Don't go in here. Well, I mean, you can use, you can use your Copics and stuff, but it'll immediately go through. Make sure you have something behind it because it'll probably go through 3 pages. But anyway, it's 600 pages. It's called The World's Largest Sketchbook, 600 pages. Now, there's all kinds of different covers. Of course, obviously, I got the space one. But if you go on Amazon, just put in the world's largest sketchbook, 600 pages, and you'll see all the different covers. There's all kinds of covers. Painty ones, designs. I think there's a couple of fractals. I'm not all sure what, but I, of course, went for the space. So look, here's my desk. I painted this here and glued. This is my paper painted table. So anyway, I haven't done anything in it. I thought I'd show it to you guys first. And again, guys, it is just, it's like copy paper thins. Create space paper, right? So go on Amazon, and if you want to see the different covers and you want a sketchbook, I wouldn't recommend trying to watercolor in this, or, I mean, you can do it. Of course, you can do anything you want, but it's going to buckle. It's going to go through. It's going to probably put a hole through it if you use too much water, because it's like just imagine using copy paper, right? So just, whatever you don't want to do on copy paper, that's what you're going to get in this. Okay? Like, you like new sketchbooks the way you like. Oh, I did not know that, Suze. I did not know that you like new bras. Now everybody knows. Everybody knows that you like new bras, Suze. Yeah, they do have some neat covers, Steffi. Okay, Kangaroo, I'll go look after the show. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. I think that's all in the book department. Wednesday, as long as everything goes fine, as long as I'm streaming on Wednesday, I'm going to do the giveaways. I'm going to set up the giveaways for the 2 jewel box or jewelry box Hannah Carlson color books. I'm going to give one away here on Ustream, and I'm going to put one up on YouTube. YouTube. So, I'll do that on Wednesday, and it'll run through Saturday for the YouTube giveaway, so it gives everybody time to leave a comment on YouTube, and I'll give that away on the following Monday. But I cut it off on Saturday, so you can leave a comment from, not now, don't do it now, don't do it on this video, people. If you do it on this video, will not count. So just saying. I get people doing that. Oh, I want to be in that giveaway. Well, gotta wait till I set it up. So yeah. So I'm drinking my Simply Cranberry. I usually get this in the big tubs of it, or whatever you call it, bottles. But they were out of it, so I got me a couple of small ones till they restock at my store. So, okay, so the next thing I wanted to do was, it's been a while since we've done anything with these file folders and how to make a little mini portfolio. Is this the one with the card? Yeah, okay. So I want to show you a couple different things to do here with these. It's been a while. Me and I, Carrie Love, used to make, and I don't know that I exaggerate when I say hundreds. Probably not hundreds, but a lot. A lot of these file folder little mini portfolios and little mini sketchbook portfolio holders. Hey, Sammy. So, okay, well, thanks for stopping in for a minute. You like a firm foundation, Suze. You're so funny. Okay, so, and you can make them with the manila colored, the cream color folders, or I like the craft color ones. You can make them with, it's the same thing, right? Well, this is my papers to cut the cards. That one's already half cut down. Let's get a full one here. File folders, just plain old file folders. Now I got these craft color ones at Staples. My Staples has since closed. My local Staples. You can, of course, if you have a Staples, you can order online. I think that I got there's probably about maybe 100 for $10 some years ago. It's been years since I bought them, so I can't tell you how much they are anymore or how big the boxes are of them. But they're kind of cool and kind of fun to have different ways to have little sketchbooks or little tag holders. This size is made to hold postcards. I have tags in here and just some little stuff just to show. But this size will hold postcards. This size right here, I made this some years ago. I wanted to take something to the beach when we went to Savannah. I wanted to take something to the beach to sketch in. And yours did too, Joy? Your stable's closed? Yeah. So I'm going to show you how to make this little one that will hold, and I think I probably, I forget how many I had in here at one time, 50 little ATC size. So these are ATC size, which is 2.5 by 3.5. That's the size of these. And I also make these to hold ATC swaps in. Let me see. So here are two put together. I needed two put together to make this one. But this is two of them glued together. But to hold ATC swaps. I think this one was the zine swap. Yeah, this was the zine swap. And so you can see that's a lot in there. You have two news in your card along with art. Okay, Suze. So I wanted something to take to the beach just to do some little sketching. I didn't want to take a sketchbook. Didn't want to take, So I took this, a pen, and a pencil. And had it all wrapped up with rubber bands. And I just cut a bunch of, this is just lightweight, probably 60, I don't think it's 90, I don't know, weight cardstock. Thanks, Joy. And so I'm going to show you how to do this. And it will hold, like I said, I mean, there's like 10 there, and then here's another 10, 15, there's a whole bunch more blank ones there. I think at one time I had 50 in here, and it folds up to this big. And so you have all these little cards that you can sketch on. And again, these are like little quick, 1-minute sketches. There's a little shell, little crab, another shell, a little umbrella. There's the pier in Savannah, Tybee Island. There's my flip-flops. Another shell. There's a bird walking in front of me. Little crab. A whole bunch of little birds. And a sand dollar. So anyway, I just wanted something to take to the beach to do quick little sketches. So this holds a lot. It will hold a lot. This will hold a lot too. It's just bigger. It's just postcard size. This is ATC size. So I'm going to show you how to fold both of them. And this one, of course, has been painted and collaged. And I've got some tags and envelopes and stuff in here, I think, from the last time I showed how to do it. So all this is, and I've already, let's see, I glued this side down. I glued them both down. So the edges you want to glue down so that nothing falls out, so nothing falls out of the side. So you can glue. I wouldn't recommend washi tape because it's just not sturdy enough unless you glue the washi tape, unless you put the washi tape with glue, because it won't hold. So this is the postcard size, and I just collaged, unpainted all over it. Just, we made, I can't even tell you how many of these we made. All right, so take your fold, and you will need a bone folder or something to smash down because you won't get a crisp fold if you don't have a bone folder. My little mouse is sitting here. I need to go put him back downstairs. This is, again, my little mouse that my Uncle Gary carved. And it sits on the shelf. I'm trying to not get him out of the way. All right, so let me, got bright in here. Let me adjust the lighting here a little bit. Let's see. Turn it over. Put a little, nope, not that. Just don't want it so glary. All right. So So all you do, and you see that there's a bend right already in the folder right there. Is everybody with me here? All right, so just take your file folder, and it doesn't really matter how big you make the pocket here. You can make it thinner, taller, because it's all going to fit the same size. I like to fold it up far enough that I can fold it back down. So I would say probably 2/3, but again, it's not an exact measurement. But you can line up the crease that's already there on the file folder, and if you want to make a straight fold, start in the middle and go out. Start in the middle and go out. Okay? And that will ensure that, because if you just go from one end to the other, it's going to kind of go like that. Okay? And then what I like to do on mine, on the large ones here, on the bigger ones, I like to have a little lip on it. So then I just fold this down about 1 inch. And again, start in the middle and go out. Start in the middle and go out. And then it's got a little lip on it. Okay? Now I'm going to fold this in half again and then just go back over everything. Get everything nice and crisp. And then fold out, and I'm pretty sure it goes, yeah, this one goes to the edge. You want to fold to the edge, and the tab will stick out on the tall tab. Okay. All right, start in the middle, and it's getting thicker, so you got to really mash it down. And fold this side over, and same thing. And that's all there is to it. You can use this tab. You can bend it over and glue it if you want. Tape this edge, because there's, depending on which file folder, because you know some have the tabs on the top, some have the tabs in the middle, some have the tabs on the bottom. So depending on where the tab is, most of the time, to tell you the truth, I just cut them off. I cut the tab off. So this will hold a postcard size. You can also fold it the other way. So like here's the finished one. You can fold it up and in if you want all the pockets on the inside. Okay, if you want all the pockets on the inside, just fold it the opposite way. This one's so crusty from being used so much. But just, fold it on the inside, and then all your pockets will be inside. Okay, let me show you. So instead of the crease being like this, just refold it and mash it. And Carrie and I did these. I think Joycey found an article in Cloth Paper Scissors, and then about folding folders. And so then Carrie and I started making them in every configuration possible. We'd make them like this. We'd make them tall and skinny. We'd make them... we just started folding folders like crazy. So, and of course you can decorate them any way you want. So if you do it this way, then when you close it, and again, I would just cut this off, or you could just, use it as the glue point to mash that down and shut that side. It's only on one side, so you'd have to tape this one. But then you can, all your pockets, that's the word I was looking for, all your pockets are on the inside so they don't fall out. And then we had different things. We had different string, we used rubber bands, we used elastic, we used all kinds of things to close them. But this size will hold postcards, okay? So that size will hold postcards. And again, you can decorate it with just gluing paper. You can paint them. I got a stack of ones that we painted. And then we did, not on this one particularly, unless I just gave away the cards, we would do coordinating postcards that matched. I'll look up on my shelf and see if I can find one that has some of the cards still in them. Yeah, just turn it the other way around to hold it on the inside. Exactly. And then for the little one here, okay, let me get one here. You fold the whole thing in half. Okay, fold the whole thing in half, and again, you can match up the seam that's already on there. Okay, and again, you can cut the tabs off. You know, you can leave them on, cut them off. It depends on where they fall. You know, like I said, there's top, middle, and bottom on them. Okay, now what you do is, let me make sure I'm doing this right, because it's been a while since I made this one. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, then fold that one halfway. Okay, then all right, so here's what you got. You got it folded in half. Then you take the top and you fold it in like 1/3. Don't fold it all the way down. Just fold this part in half. So that's like halfway. Am I making sense? See? And you just fold that. Then turn it over. Fold the other half down halfway. And again, it's really not you can make this bigger or smaller if you want, but this is the size to hold ATCs. Okay, so now you got this. Okay, everybody still with the tour? Chatty Natty, I don't know which step you want because I have a 30 to 45 second delay, so I don't know which step you missed. I'm recording. Okay, so then there's that. So then we have that. And then, now this is one place if you want to measure, you can a little bit because you have to get this into thirds. So you need this you have to do 2 folds here. And so let me give you a measurement on that. Just get the first one. It's just a little over. Yeah, it's like 2 3/4 because ATCs are 2 1/2. So let's make sure because my ruler is, no, it's at 3. Hang on, wait, is it at 3? Yeah, it's at 3. Okay, so it's at 3. So from the middle, here's the middle of the file folder. Okay. Okay, Sammy. I'm going to tick off a 3 and a 6. So 3 inches each, right? Because on this one, you're going to have to fold it. You're going to have to fold it evenly, and there's not a bend there to go by. So 3 and 6. Okay, same thing on this side. 3 and 3 more. And again, the one with the dip is going to be just a little short, but that's where you put your tape. Okay, so we got, here's the middle of the folder, and you got 3 inches, 3 inches, and 3 and some. 3 inches, 3 inches, and a little bit shy, depending on which folder you're using. It is. It's very simple. Yeah, I know, it's so simple. It's like, I don't, Anyway, and now I'm going to take my bone folder and score this. Same thing over here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, let's fold the whole thing in half, and see how it wants to buckle and everything. You got to take your bone folder and start getting everything nice and smooth. Get all those creases really tight. Okay. And now we can, let's go back over here where it's folded. And right on the fold where I scored it. And then fold it back on itself And I already scored it. And just really mash it down well. Same thing on this side. Let's go ahead and fold on the score. And fold it back on itself on the score line. Okay. Okay, so now we have our little booklet. And again, you want to take some time to really mash this all down. And again, you can fold it the other way if you want, so that all the pockets, make sure all the pockets are the inside. You just, refold it in and then fold the other way, so that it can fold either way, right? It can fold in or out. If you want the pockets on the inside, then fold it that way. And again, you can cut this off, or you can bend it back and glue it to hold that edge in. You like the sturdiness? Yeah. Okay, so and it starts really staying nice, and it stays really tight after you use it for a while. Look, see, this one's been used for a while. Okay, so I am going to just cut this edge off. I'm just going to trim it off just because it bugs me. Did I cut it pretty well? Okay. Just the little tab off the file folder. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let me get my paper cutter here. And I'll get a couple of pieces of cardstock. I just got some craft cardstock here. And there is a way to cut, and it's just not fresh in my head right now. There is a way to cut an 8.5 by 11 sheet in, I think you can get 9 or 10 ATCs out of it. Milkwood, I think it's Milkwood, I think is the website. Is it Mirkwood or Milkwood? It's either Milkwood or Mirkwood that has all these patterns on it, and I haven't been there in a while. So anyway, but just Google how to cut ATCs out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and it'll give you, like you cut the 2.5 off the edge, and then you turn this and you cut the 3.5. I don't even remember. Then you cut the 3.5 this way. There's a way to do it so that you can get a whole bunch out. And I'm guessing here, I'm probably wrong, but you can get a whole bunch of ATCs out of one sheet. So there's 2.5, 2.5. When I used to do tons of ATC swaps, see, and that's just right at the borderline. I used to know all these tricks to saving your paper. So 2.5, because ATCs are 2.5 by 3.5. Okay, so I got 3. I cut doubles, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I only got 7. There's a way to get 9, I think, out of it. But I cut 2 sheets here, so I should have 14. So you can get 10, Ange. Okay, so Ange knows the trick. Yeah, she's going, oh no! Yeah, it's okay, Ange. I was just, just the fact that y'all know it's out there. That there is a way to get 10, okay? So I was just guessing, Ange. I just wanted to show the point that there's a way to flip the paper different ways to get a whole bunch out of it. So this is 2 sheets of paper, so there should be 14 here. But even that, look how many. That's 14 ATCs. I mean, fold that up in here, and look, you can barely even tell that's in there. Okay? You can barely even tell that there's any in there. And that's what I used when I took my, when I took these cards and my little, and sketched to the beach in one of these. So there's that. So Ange, and I'm not going to announce who it is and where, because I don't know. She's probably already full on the. She is doing an ATC swap. I'm not in it. I don't have time to be in it. But I'm going to send this little thing to Ange just so she can have some ATC. She's probably already made some like this, but this will show how to make an ATC holder. And here's the nice thing about this project. Is, well, did I even say that? Because I made you fold it the other way when there's pockets on both sides. I think I made y'all fold, because there's not pockets on both sides on the big one. I think I told y'all to fold the other way if you want the pockets on the inside, but there's pockets on both sides in this project. So you can have, like, however many. Like, you can just put 2 or 3 in each one. I mean, you can put like 10 in each one. It'll hold a lot. And so anyway, you can put them on this side, and you got to glue or tape the edges, and then you turn it over and you can put them on the other side too. So yeah, so I'm going to send this one to Ange, and it's not perfectly folded, but it'll do. She can refold it. So let me put a rubber band around it here. So yeah, so there's like 14 ATCs in there. 14 ATC cards in there. Now that's not with any embellishments or anything. All right, so let me put this one for Ange, and then I'll do a giveaway here for the girls on the other one. Hang on. So that's Ange. Because look here, Ange, here's my zine swap. Look at the zine swap in that, but that's 2 of them. I think that's 2 of them. Is that 2? I'm pretty sure that's 2. 1, 2. Yeah. I glued 2 together to have it doubled. But, you know, that's a whole zine swap right there. So, this one here, we'll do a giveaway for this one. I'm not going to decorate it for you. You're going to have to decorate it yourself. But I will cut down some, I got a couple sheets here of cardstock. So let's cut a few 4x6. And there's a way to cut this down too. I think is it this way, and then yeah, I think you can get 3. So there's 4, and then this one turns sideways, and it's 4, 4. And there might even be another trick for this one too. And then cut these down all to 6. 6. But I just don't remember all the cool cuts. Alright, so there we go. And I think this actually makes an ATC out of that. Okay, so here are 6 postcard size in this right here. And I'm just going to stick those in here. And I do have a couple. Here's some tags. This one's kind of beat up, but I'm going to throw it in here anyway. There's some beat up tags, and here's a couple of little coin envelopes. I'll throw those in there. So we'll do a quick little giveaway for this. Let me get a rubber band. Hang on, I'm on my own today, so hang on, guys. All the mods are, so you're going to have to help me pick. So when I put in, I need my random.org. Let me just get my phone here. Wait till I type in go. When I type in go. Wait till I type in go. Not full on the ATC sort of. Anyone wants to join. Yeah, do you want me to announce that on YouTube though, Ange? I don't think you want me to announce that on YouTube. So yeah, but for the girls here that know Ange and want to be in her spring swap, get that information from Ange right there. Or if y'all know Ange, then you can contact her to be in the swap. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me find random.org. Wait till I type in. When I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100, and then I'll give this little thing away. Random. Now, if you don't want it, don't put in a number. Just saying. You have to put in a number between 1 and 100. The closest, one number only. One number only. Okay, between 1 and 100. The closest without going over, I'll send this to them. And you can make your own. You can decorate it like this. You know, you can paint it. You can make coordinating cards. And I'll pull out the other ones that I have that, again, these are at least 5, 6 years old. Five. This was before I was putting up on YouTube. So I've been on YouTube like less than 5, or right at 5 years, and streaming for almost 8. No, then I haven't. Then I guess I've been on YouTube like close to 5 years, because I was streaming 3 or 4 years before I started putting them up on YouTube. So this was before YouTube. This was way before, not way before, but before YouTube. Okay, so what are these? Those are just, oh, those are extras. Okay, so yeah, that's how it works. And I'm on my own today. All the mods are either, like, Eileen's taking care of her mom. I don't know where Terry is. Let me see. So I'm going to have to ask you girls to help me find out who's closest without going over. And I'll send this out to whoever. Just for a little... I don't know if I want to tag this as Society of Idea Collectors, because it's an idea. We could do it. Pacola knows which number it is. I think it's number... I think this would be number 28 or 29. 28 or 29. Okay, so everybody put in a number. Put in a number between 1 and 100. So again, it doesn't have to be the craft color ones. It can just be the manila color. And these are actually, if you want to paint like colors and stuff, probably easier to like gesso or something on this color. Come in, rather than on the craft color ones. Don't let the cats in. Okay, hey Terry, that's okay. I'm glad you got to sleep in. Okay.
The TV was locked up. The kids are out.
Okay, thank you. The kids are out. Okay. Thanks, Terry. Thank you. Well, I'll have to play my. Well, I guess I could. Let me go over here. So while everybody's putting in their. Here's my soundboard for Terry. All right. Okay, so has everybody put in a number? Okay, I'm going to hit stop. So everybody get your numbers in. Last call for numbers. Okay. All right, here we go. Random.org. Let me enlarge this here. Okay, so I'm going to go down here to the generator, and I'm going to put in something between generate between 1 and 100. Generate 42. So the person closest to 42, the answer to everything, 42 without going over. So, hey Paula, we're herding cats. No, we're herding cats and people. Herding, not hurting. Okay, so whoever's closest to 42, episode 27. Thanks, Miss Pacola. So yeah, I don't know if my library book haul and making file folders counts as a Society of Idea Collector, but okay, so who's the closest without going over to 42? I'm going to, can't be over. So I'm going to let everybody, until I see 3 people tell me someone's name. So we don't want to mess it up. Okay, Terry said Lily Bugs has 39. Okay, is anybody else closer? Is anybody else closer to 39 without going over? Let me take a sip of my juice. Paula, are you off today? Okay, Lily was 39. So it looks like it might be Lily Bugs. Am I right? Let's wait and see. Everybody go tell me. Sue's, what was Sue's? I didn't see what Sue's had. I'm looking too, but you know, I'm scrolled off. Sue's went over. Sue's went over. You can't go over. No, I don't mean age. I just wondered if you wanted to stream, Paula. Starbucks is 39 and Lily was 39. Which one had it first? Who had it first? Which one of the two had 39 first? Okay, this is taking longer than I wanted to take. Somebody find out who had 39 first. There's two people, Lily and somebody else. So which one had it first? Okay, so while y'all are looking that up, I'm trying to get Paula to stream, actually. I'm trying to trick her header. Lilybugs had it first. Hey Janice, good to have you back. There's a lag in chat, so I have to wait. So if you're watching this part on YouTube, just... Okay, so Lilybug needs to email me because I don't think I have her address. Lilybug, email me your address. And I have to type it all the way out. Okay, there's my email. Lilybug. Lilybug. Okay. Lilybug, email me your address. I'll send this out to you to play with, okay? And the other one's going to Ange. I'm going to show you the other ones. I'm still trying to see if Paula is going to, if we can trick her head Paula into streaming. All right, so let's see where the other ones, what else do I have up here? So I cleaned off my shelf. Let's see what other ones I have. Oh, I got a stack of them. All right, I'm going to show you these other ones that we've made over the years. I've given, when I was making these, I was making two at a time. So I'd give one away and make one. Lily, yeah, Paul, I was going to, if you will pick up the slack. I will if you'll pick up the slack, Paula. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you just rolled out of bed. I roll out of bed and stream. You can roll out of bed and stream too. I just roll out a little earlier. I will stay for a while, but you know, I'm working on you, Paula. Working on you, girl. Okay. Send me your address, Lilybug, and that one will go to Ange. Okay. So, and I got all my art cards sent out, and what was the other thing we did? Oh yeah, we did library books. All right, so let me show you some of the ones. So this is the one I just showed you, and I'm going to try to remember it. Carrie made me some, and some of these are mine. I think there's one or two of Carrie's in here too. But there's just different. Terry, I showed my library book haul. I went to the library sale, and I got a whole bunch of hardcover books and a stack of these magazines here. Early American Life. I got a whole bunch of these for $0.25 each from 1974, 5, and 6. Yeah, I know, Paula. I know. I know. Don't try to guilt me now, Paula. Don't try to throw that. Don't throw that guilt. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Paula's trying to excuse me from streaming if I want to go. And anyway, and I have this one. I'm going to tear this article out and send it to Jennifer Crackalakin. I guess I better do it now so I don't forget. It's just an article about miniatures. It's only a 2-pager. It's only a 2-page article on miniatures. So I want to send that to Jennifer Crackalakin, who does miniatures. Cracked minis. So that'll go to her. Okay, so well, this is kind of cute little advertisement to subscribe. That's kind of, I got to keep that. That's good ephemera there. All right, so back to the different little folders. Oh, yes, I did get the sketchbook policy. Everybody missed part of the show. Yes, I got the sketchbook. So Paula's talking about this because I think she ordered one too. Did you get the space one, Paula? Which one did you get? It comes in all these different covers. And let me reiterate this again. This is Create Space paper. It is the world's largest sketchbook, 600 pages. But it's like copy paper, people. It's like copy paper. So it's good for sketching, not watercoloring. If you Copic in it, that's fine, but it's going to go through probably 3 pages if you don't put something behind, because it's thin. Just FYI, it's thin. But it's like 8.5 by 11, I think. Where's my ruler? Yeah, it's your standard 8.5 by 11 paper. So yeah, but it's very cool. It's got a nice. It's not shiny, but it's smooth. Yeah. You bought the one that looks like watercolor? Yeah, and I almost got the one that had fractal looking, but I had to get the space one. So yeah. And the label is like part of the printing process. It's not a removable label. So you can paint over it, I guess. Just doesn't bother me. So yeah. Okay. All right, so back to our little folders here. I'm going to show some of the different ones. And I haven't even opened them in so long. They're probably a little crusty. And again, these are probably at least 5 years old, guys. And I was, me and Carrie were making them like left and right and giving them away. And then here's like different coordinating postcard type things to put in them, right? So we didn't really do things. Well, this one's got a couple of quotes on it, but we wanted to show everybody how to make them. We weren't really using them, except my little one that I sketched in. But you could do the same thing with this. You could cut, decorate one, make one, decorative, and then put cards, postcard size paper in it and use it as a little sketch, a little carry along sketch thing that you can put in your purse, your backpack, whatever, and you'll have, sketch postcards at the ready. And you can fit a lot in here. Okay, so I'll show you a couple of them here. Here's one where and I say we because me and Carrie, again, we were like, so having some ribbon tied, see ribbon, and then you could take one side of the ribbon and go around the back and have the other ribbon in the front, and you could tie a bow and tie it shut, see? By having just a hole punch and some ribbon, wrap them separately, and then you could have a tie. You gonna make some? Yeah. And again, just different scrapbook papers, stamping, stenciling, little paint. And so we decorated everything. And then I just like to paint the little borders black. Let me brighten this up a little. Got a little dark. A little dark in here. There we go. I just like the borders black because it just kind of look cool. But yeah, so and these are on like chipboard, heavier to make them sturdier. But you can put them on anything. I had paper clips. You could put your paper clip flags all over here. Here, let me get my bowl of flags. you know, and you could just put all different kinds of little, well, that one doesn't show up very well. Let's get one that does. Here, you know, so put them on the postcard. And I got bigger ones too. I don't know. Like here's a one that's got a floppy ribbon on it. You can put them on the top here. You could make it a book of quotes. You could make it a book of verses, promises, whatever you want. Little books, people. And so you can see the backs. It's just smashed. It's just, you know, mashed paint over scrapbooking papers and things like that. Here's the back. Yeah, use your clips on that. And again, you can tie these up. Here's one. I think, did Carrie make this one? I think Carrie made this one. For some reason, I'm thinking because the Umbrella Man. So this one's got a couple of postcards here. And it's got the little gears. And then these gears are cut out of book papers. You could do one with a bridal theme, recipe cards. Yeah, I mean, it can be used for anything that'll hold a postcard or the ATC size, right? And this one has twine for a tie shut. And you can just go one way with it one way, the other way with the other. Well, let's see, let's go the right way. So that the string or ribbon or whatever, sorry, silk, whatever, just goes around to hold that shut and tie it off. Again, you can fold it so that all the folders are on the inside. You can do it either way. Okay, like here's some more sample one. This one's just got black and gray. So again, you can fold it this way. And I usually just cut these off or fold them for. But all the pockets now are on the inside. So it can go either way. Let's see, here's another one. This is just a shorter one. Here's another one in the same colors. This one's kind of the greens and ochre colors. Nothing done to it, just a base coat. Yeah. How did you? Oh, just punch a hole. Let me get one here. Punch a hole in the. Here, let me pull this one. Punch a hole in the folder. And do a slip knot. Just put a slip knot on it. This one's got ribbon. Do a slip knot, and then take half the string one way, and then the other go the other way, and that's got it shut, right? And depending on, again, this is need to be cut that off, and then just tie it over on this side, and it's tied shut. Okay, this one, we had a project for this one. Oh, fishy, Paula, are you still here? You're fishy, 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 Paula. You're fishy, fishy. You have to have been here like 5 years or more to understand that. And so this one's got a stencil along the border. See, it's got a stencil. This was an alphabet paper here. Let's see if Paula's still here. And so just different little cards. Oh, I knew that. Paula's laughing. So yeah, this one's got that. This one's got sorry silk. It's all the same. It's all the same. Let me cut some of this fuzz off though here. some of the fuzz off that sari silk. And I used to be able to get this from a girl on Etsy. I'm sure you can just go on Etsy and search for sari silk. And what it is, it's ribbon made out of old saris, S-A-R-I. You know, the clothing that the women in India, the saris. And the story goes, I mean, I don't know, they probably just have this silk stuff and tear it up now, but supposedly when they started selling sari silk ribbon, it was their old saris that the women would cut up and sell the ribbons to make money to buy a new sari. I don't know how true that is, but yeah. Hey, Miss Lisa. Use a Christmas card. It could stand up. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can make lots of things with it. There's little pockets. They're just file folder fodder pockets. And I think at the time we were making them to hold all kinds of fodder. You know, all kinds of little bits, ephemera and all that, and postcard. And you could throw in all kinds of fodder in here. You know. All right, this one again. See the painted stenciled edge right there. And again, it's just got a slip knot through a punched hole. And then, yeah, this one doesn't have any postcards in it. There's the back of this one. I think this was this graphic 45 paper? I'm not remembering. Yeah, but a postcard, you know, it can be so many things. I mean, really, guys. Here's another one. This one was a Beatrix Potter one. We used all kinds of Beatrix Potter things and made a bunch of tags. Now, this is one of my hand-carved bunnies there, but stamps and stencils. And see all these different Beatrix Potter imagery we used on the, you know, underpainting or whatever. And, yeah. They're just really a hot mess of file folder-ness. You can make them, trust me guys, you can make them very neat, elegant. You could put lace and tulle and you know, big puffy ribbons with, you know, with tulle and lace on the, you know, you can make them very fancy. We have made them in every kind of everything over. And then this one, I used this October afternoon paper, and it's got all, this one's still got all its little stuff in it. This one was the Rocket, what was the name of the line? I don't know if it's on any of these. Rocket Age, maybe? Rocket Age paper line by October afternoon. And these were the cut-aparts that came with the sheets. So we glued some down, left some as little tags. And so it's got, we kept all the little October afternoon. Look, there's a Dakota ring. Let's see what's in this one. Rocket ship. This one looked like, this was 2011 paper. Glued on some cards off of this one. Some other advertisement from the line. The line had all these vintage 50s advertisements and star charts in it. Yeah, flowers. You can do anything. Right. I know, Terry. More little ads that came, you know. Time cards. So we just glued them all on these postcards. Edged them all with black paint. This one just has a black ribbon. This one I'll put on each, oh, I just pulled it out. On this one, we put a ribbon on each side. But if you tie them both on one side, then you can wrap one around the other. Let's go ahead and knot that on there. So this has just got some black satin ribbon. And, oops. In the back, we just painted with some acrylic paint. Put some more of the ephemera, faux ephemera. And you do need to glue or tape your edges there so that everything doesn't fall out. So that was this one. Let me get them all back in so I can fold it up. I got something stuck in there somewhere. It's not wanting to fold, so something is preventing it from folding. There we go. Like that. And then you can take and twist it around one way or the other, just so that it stays shut, right? So that's some of the ones that we made over the years. And like I said, I was giving them away as fast as we could make them. But just so you know how you can make them yourself. Let's put these back up. What else did I have up here? Oh, I got a whole nother stack of them, but I think you've seen enough to get the idea. Because all my ATC zines, ATC and zines are right there. If you want to see, speaking of ATCs, and this is kind of the Society of Idea Collector segment. So I haven't done one since a couple of weeks. Let me see if I can get this off the shelf. Hang on, guys. I'm trying not to knock everything off the shelf. If you, and I've shown these before, so I'm not going to show them all. But if you are in zine swaps, I was in them for about 4 years. This one is a 5-inch binder, and I have I have 4 other 3-inch binders, and then I have this 5-inch binder that is all ATCs, and these start back from 2004. But I just wanted to show you that you know keep them in sleeves, and you will be so happy. You can just flip through them. And like I said, I have 5 books. And that doesn't include my loose ATCs that are in my trays. I know I showed y'all this last week. No, you just can't wait to see this again. This is back when I was in ATC swaps. Here's one of my many trays of ATCs in progress and in different stages of being made. And then I quit doing ATCs because I was just like, I was hosting 2 or 3 a week, not a month. I was hosting 2 or 3 swaps a week. And so I would make little notes on everybody's addresses and who sent what. How I kept track of it is I would have your address, I'd have when you sent it, when I got it, when I sent it back out, and when you received it back. So I was very organized. These are from 2005, but I have some that are even older. Let me just pick a couple of good pages here. So like this one was Vintage Children. So my ATC was, and I always kept one of my own, although since I think I've given away some of my last sets, but these were from 2005. I have September 13 on it. Yeah, these are from 2005. But that was my mother-in-law when she was 3. I think she was 3. So that's a picture of my mother-in-law, and I use that for my ATCs, and they're kind of popped out a little bit. And then this is some little furry ribbon on there. This is some wire with a little bead on it, like she's holding a little bird. It's a little bird. I don't know why it got a little flashed out there. Got a little light here. Let me fix that. Just knock it back a little. So yeah, so if you were ever in ATC swaps, I did it, like I said, I did this was before I started streaming. So this was like, I can't even remember when, but there's some in here from like 1999 to 2005. There was about 4 years in there. And I stopped doing ATC swaps when I started streaming, which is going on 8 years. So it's like 7.5 years now, almost 8 years that so I haven't really I've been in a couple. I mean, I've been in a couple of swaps, Janet's and, some zine swaps, but I'm really not in any ATC swaps. Can hardly, I'm doing 3 or 4 slides. I know. I was, the Yahoo groups, I don't know if you were around, Ange, when the Yahoo ATC groups were like really big. This was before. Now, I've always scrapbooked, but not like 2Ps type scrapbooking until after that. Then I really got into scrapbooking. And I have like 25 big notebook, like the big 12 by 12 binders. I have like 25 binders of scrapbooking of the grandkids since they were 8. Cameron is 18. Almost, he'll be 19 in September. So I went from ATCs to scrapbooking heavily. I mean, like I said, I've got scrapbooks back from when our kid, our grown children, Cam and them's mom and dad. So I have tons of them too, but it's not the kind of scrapbooking that we all we know. You know what I mean, Vern? So, but anyway, that's my mother-in-law when she was 3. I think she was 2 or 3. So I used her pictures quite a bit. There's another one where I used her and her teenage friends in their bathing suits in the 40s. So yeah, this one was Dr. Seuss. This one was all architecture. Here's the one I made with clay, polymer clay, architectural bits. So, I know. Hey, Lisa, thank you. So again, I just got out of doing it. Let me see, there's a couple more good ones. There's chocolate. Okay, this is one of my favorite ones, and I do have one left. And this was anything Asian. So what I did is on this one, I made a little SOIC screen. SOIC, is that how you say it? Anyway, the little screen. And it opened up and had my little samurai warrior on the inside. He's all popped up. There, you can see it there. With the little coin. The other ones I had coins on it. Like the little Asian coins. This one just has like a little Asian button. But he's got the little thing wrapped around his bun right there. So I made, I don't know how many were in this one. 6. We had to make 6 for this one. So I made, and I know I made at least 6 or 8. So yeah, a little SOIC screen there. I just thought it was a little bit of reminiscing here. Okay, I want this one down here so it's protected. The other one that I did, I think that was my favorite. It was a little book, and I think I gave all those away. Some people did hand-drawn ones. Let's see, bugs. I'll just tell you some. Here, let me tell you some of the themes, Ange. Thanks, Paula. Let me tell you some of this. So we had birthday, Christmas, of course, any holiday. I had Halloween. We did a lot of Asian, baby, anything with anniversary and birthday, Valentine's Day, vintage romance, bathing beauties. Here it is. This is the one with my mother-in-law. This was bathing beauties. This was my mother-in-law there in the middle. That was her and her 2 cousins. And that was like in the 40s. Now, what I did in the original, this is a copy. In the original, I used that, that fringe ribbon. I put little fringe ribbon on each one of them, and then I photographed it and made copies. So everybody got a copy of the fringe. They didn't get the actual fringe on that one, but that's my mother-in-law in the middle, and her 2. I think that one's her sister and one's her cousin. Yeah, I know, Terry, right? So bathing beauties, let me tell you some more topics. Shoes, passion for purses. Here's another one of mine that I made. I made a beach bag. So this was the one I made and I made them all. I made them like everyone got one of these. handmade little beach bag that you opened up, and on the inside I had Bahama Mama on the inside of each, and that's, the handles are all yarn wrapped. Each handle had a yarn wrap, that's a little brad there, had some little fibers on there, and then each one had a little Bahama Mama in there. See, I made it with the little pocket like. So that was the beach one. So that was passion for purses. Then there was anything that was made, I had to be all white. Vintage children, that's the one I just showed you with my mother-in-law. Anything Eve, someone did Marsha. Dr. Seuss, architecture, anything fruit, chocolate, dresses. Here's the one I made. Made a little dress. I made the little hangers out of wire, and then the little, like a little shawl, like a little fringe shawl, and then the dress was made out of that plasticky wrapping paper stuff, and then a little band with a little button on each one, and I handmade all the hangers. There's the hanger, see? So dresses, then the Asian, hand-drawn, anything hand-drawn, dragonflies, artistic style, had to have the word art in it, 7 continents, you had to do 7 ATCs with the 7 continents. This one was touchy-feely. This one was mine. Don't anybody freak out. My touchy-feely, I made a spider out of pipe cleaners and feathers and little beady eyes. So this was my touchy-feely ATC. There's his little eyes. And so it's got feathers and 8 legs. 2, 4, so yeah. And I just had them bend to attach to the that was my touchy-feely card. Then we had vintage holidays, creepy crawlies. I won't show you all those because some of them are creepy. The Secret Life of Bees, Animal Kingdom, and here's copies of, I sent the originals in. These are copies of all my pen and ink animal drawings that I did for that swap. And these are the ones I got back. Unicorns, vintage circus, art dolls. Oh, now this one's not mine, but let me show you this one. Look at this one, Ange. You like that? You like my ATC? Look at this one, Ange. This was art dolls. This was not mine, but look at this. It's a completely jointed little, she folds up. She's a complete little paper doll, all jointed. How cute is that? Right? And then she just folds up. Her little legs cross like in a sitting, you know, cross leg. Like that. Because we had the rule, it had to fit in a sleeve. It had to fit in the little sleeves, right? Favorite drink. Here, kitty, kitty. Fall cleaning. Anything that pedaled. The 4 seasons. Far out 50s. Anything that had the word ATC. Alter ego. My alter ego was Sherlock Holmes. So I did Sherlock Holmes. There's me. So I just took the M-E out of Holmes. And I made there's a little see-through thing on the eye there, like a, you know, magnifying glass. So I did Sherlock Holmes. Complete anything with puzzle pieces. I stamped out this gargoyle. So what I did is on my puzzle piece, I stamped the gargoyle head, and then there's the rest of my gargoyle. That's a hand-carved stamp. And then I just glued the puzzle piece onto the card. I just wish I was still doing them. Weddings, and then here were the 7 continents. There's my copies of the 7 continents. So I kept copies of some of mine if I didn't have the original 7. And this is just one binder. I've shown these before, guys. This is the 5-inch binder, but I have 4 more binders that are 3 inches. I don't know if you want to see any more ATCs. Yeah, we did put a lot of work in them, Barry. We did. Maybe I'll just pull one more out. Let's see. I don't want to knock my lamp over getting it down. Let's see this one. I'll just tell you a couple more themes and we'll go. All right, so this is another binder full. Yeah, binders too. Yeah. So these are some of my own handmade ones here. These are some of my own personal ones. For a while I was doing a lot of, here's one, doing a lot of varnishing. So I would varnish them. You want to see some more? So I varnished a lot of them. Here, let me go back to, and then I did, here's a good example. Here's one where I did, and this was, let me go ahead and tell you this. This was my very first Ustream. I made ATCs and I did this technique, which was been almost 8 years ago. What I did was I took spackling. That is all spackling to make a border and to make it look crunchy, make it look like you're looking into a window. So all this is spackling. And then you'd paint the spackling, you put that on top of your image or whatever, and then I inked it, distressed it. So can you see it looks like peeling plaster? See how it looks like it's kind of, and then I'd varnish them. So this was my very first stream, which those are not on YouTube. There's 3 years of streaming, at least 3, maybe 4 years of streaming that are not on YouTube, because I wasn't uploading my videos to YouTube at first. The girls had to convince me to do that. I didn't want to put my videos up on YouTube for a long time, for 3 or 4 years. But anyway, so the first time I did a Ustream, I did these. I made some of these. Here's another one. Oh, well, here, let me show you this one with the calligraphy in it. So again, that's the bumpiness is all done with spackle. DAP spackle, like you spackle your walls with. That's what all that is. I didn't have molding paste and modeling paste like we have now. I just used spackling. And then some of them I did some beehives to make it look like like it was in a hive, like wax, like bee wax. And then that was the calligraphy on the inside. So did some of those. Let's see. Yeah, see, here's another one. This one you can probably see better. See the spackling? If I had time to watch live. Oh, thanks. Thanks for watching. Here's one with a compass. And this one I did spackling in, did spackling and then did metallic teal and copper. And then edged with ink. So, and that's got map paper behind there. And a little jewel inside the compass rose there. So, yeah. What else? Here's a whole nother set that I did with spackling. These were vintage ladies. And see how it looks like it's like in a little frame, but it's like you're looking into their little world. And then I varnished these. Yeah, I like teal and copper together too. And then here's some where I did with, I like this one. I like them all, but with calligraphy, little angel, and then these are all varnished too. Did a bunch of those. And then what I did is I took a whole bunch of pictures. I went around some of the old town squares around here and took pictures. So these are my own photographs. And then I did the same thing with the what do you call it, spackling, and then painted the spackling all in metallics. This is a vintage, it's my photograph of a vintage light fixture in one of the little towns around here. And then I varnished them all, see. So yeah, did lots of those. What else? This was Halloween. Just different ones. This one was tropical set. So some of these, I think some of the, okay, now here we're getting into some of the swaps here. This one was, okay, here, now this one's not from my swap. All right, here's some of, I know what it is. Some of these are not from my old swap days back in 2004. Some of these are my more recent swaps. Because this one's from Barb Owen. She didn't put a date on it, but it's like the clay. Like polymer clay. So we must have just done a like individual swap at some point. Yeah, because I was in a couple. Susan Ribbons. So we were in a couple of swaps. These are my most recent ones with our group. But again, before I started streaming, or right on the verge of when we were streaming. So these are more of my recent ones, because they're sherry pink. Trying to think of some of the themes. I'm not sure what this one, what the theme was. This is one of my hand-painted ones. But yeah. So yeah, they're pretty fun. These are some of our girls here swaps. Then here's some blanks I had there. So yeah, I think I have them up on the shelf in order. So this was book 5. So this is book 5. But anyway, yeah, so I hope y'all kind of enjoyed that. I have 3 other books. Y'all are probably tired of looking. I've shown them before. I've shown these before. It's just been a while. I don't know which one. I thought I had them in order, but here's book 2. Let me just flip through it. Let me see what's in book 2. All right. These are back from 2005. Okay, so this is from 2005. This was Lock and Keys. So I took a mold. I made a mold. I made a mold of Lock and Keys out of polymer clay, and then I mashed it into polymer clay. So yeah, so that's Lock and Key, and see, it's kind of thick. You can make them however you want as long as they would fit. Did you do any with books themes? Probably, but I don't remember. I'll flip through this one. So that was all polymer clay. That was the Lock and Keys. What else do we have? Then there was leftover stickers, Zetiology, or anything ornaments. So, like here's one of the girls did this one here. It's anything that could hang on a tree, an ornament. So this is one that I got in the swap. This one has fringy Christmas stuff. This one was all angels. Then we did Man's Best Friend. These are all my hand-drawn dogs. These are copies because I obviously gave my originals in the swap. But I made copies, so I did pen and ink drawings of all different breeds. Then these are the ones that I got back in the swap. Same for this one. This swap was all birds, so these are all my original hand-drawn. This is the hand-drawn birds. Then there was Devil's Advocate, anything devil, things with wings. I did an ink thing with wings. Hand-drawn, Susie Homemaker, Christmas, the Muse, anything with the Muse on it. Here was mine. So I did the Muses, looking down and filling my hands with the art magic, if you will. So there's the muses, and that's a hand. I don't remember if it's a picture of my hand. I think it is. And I cut it out, and then I put stickles, like glitter coming down out of the sky. So that was mine on the muse. Um, this one was anything Jewish, so I did the mezuzah door clay. This is clay. It's a clay, and then I hand carved my own alphabet, my own Hebrew alphabet. I carved the whole alphabet, so that's clay. You can see it there, and then that's all stamped. What else? Leonardo da Vinci, found photos. Here's another one I did of with my mother-in-law. I use my mother-in-law a lot in these old ones. You like these? Oh, good. Oh, thanks, guys. So I did my mother-in-law's photo there, and it's got a little pocket here. And then it says and her name was Thelma May. And of course she married Willingham. So, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, in Hubster, Willingham. So, little Thelma May grew up to be quite the ham. Because the saying in our family is there's no ham like a Willingham. So little Thelma May grew up to be quite the ham. That was that one. And other people's found relatives. Altered Waterhouse, coffee, anything coffee. And here I stamped a piece of clay with a coffee stamp, and then did rub and buff like on it, and then that's a coffee stick. Paula has that stamp. I don't know which one you liked, Ange, because by the time I saw your love that one, it's 30 seconds later, so I don't know which one you liked. This one is, I don't know, this was maybe some thank you ones or birthday ones, because I have all the envelope, kept everyone's addresses. Look, here's someone that did a hand quilted beaded. This is quilt. Look, it's hand quilted with beading. Can you imagine making 8 of these, or 6 or 8? I don't know how much was in the swap, but that's all hand. Oh, the ham. You like the ham? And this was a quilted and beaded one. Isn't that cool? Yeah, got me on a roll here now. All right, this one was a hand-painted Christmas. These are, I don't remember, thank you ones or something. I'm trying not to show any addresses, really. This one was the kit. Okay, this one was a kit. This is fun, Ange, if you ever want to do a cool, fun swap. I'm just using Ange because she's doing a current swap, so I'm just going to use Ange. What you do is you take, hang on. And you can get however many people you want. You don't want to get too many because it can be, but you pair people up. So, maybe do 2 people each, something like that. But you take an envelope, just this size envelope, and you fill it just, enough where it's going to be 2 stamps. You can't get it, you don't want to get it that thick, right? But, like that thick with a couple stamps, and you put all kinds of ephemera, cutouts, punch outs, whatever, and you put it in this envelope, and you send it to your partner, and your partner has to make 2 ATCs out of whatever you sent. That's all they can use. They have to use whatever you put in there, and they make 2 ATCs. One to send back and one to keep. So like if you and I exchanged a little pack, then whatever was in the pack, you had to make 2 ATCs. Now you can say you can include the card base or not. Everybody had card bases, so I don't even think we put the card bases in there. But whatever was in there, you made 2 ATCs, and you got to keep one, and you sent one to your partner. And that's what these are. Kit exchange. This was all made with swaps. Then we had some alphabet one. This was everything sisters. Everybody did sisters, but I did sisters. I haven't made nuns. I did sisters. And those are, it's like popped up. They're like on pop dots. See, they really have a colorful life. No pun intended to the colorist girls, but they have color in their life, but everything else, is black and white. Yeah. Yeah, so exactly, with scraps, Ange. You use cutouts, punch outs, little scraps of whatever, little faux ephemera, postage stamps. That's what I do. You have a bunch of stamps, postage stamps, Ange? Because that's what I need to throw in here for your. I'm sending Ange one of the little things I made. If you weren't here earlier, a little ATC holder thing with some cards in there. I'm gonna do this, Ange. I'm gonna take. Look, here's my postage stamps. My packs of bought postage. I'm gonna throw some stamps in here for you. In your little pack, Ange. I'm gonna tuck some postage in there for you. Little postage pile. Used to do individual swaps. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're so fun, but I just don't have time to do it. And after doing it, like hosting 2 and 3 a week for 4 years, I just don't do it anymore. This was, I think, was this Fairy Tales? See, Mother Goose. No, this was the alphabet one. Okay. Now, don't ever do a swap like this unless you are a serious ATC person. This one was an alphabet swap. You had to do 26, one for each letter of the alphabet. And the hostess, this was the worst, the hostess had to swap them out and make sure everybody got a full set of the alphabet and not their own. Now, some of the people, you would get like the same persons but not the same letter. Like I might get here, like I got E and H from the same person because we didn't have 26 people sign up. I forget how many people signed up, but we didn't have 26 people. So of course you got like 2 from one person. So like I got the E and the H from somebody. But it's all the alphabet. The whole alphabet here. That's a serious swap, is the alphabet. And then what I did, I took pictures of my own. I made a duplicate of one to keep. And then here's the photographs of all my alphabet. So my swap was, or my alphabet, I used those, those yellow paper stencils. That's one of those yellow paper stencils just painted. And every letter, and I'll show you my copies, because obviously I gave all the originals, but they all had brads popped up. They're all popped up stencils, and every one had something to do with that letter. So this was my sample one. It was called Vintage. Oh no, that's a different one. This is I think I just stuck the alphabet in there. So let me. I don't want all this to pop out. So my copies, now remember, each one of these is its own stencil. Those yellow stencils. So there's A, and I have a little quote on each one. I don't even remember what the quotes were. Oh, no, it was a dictionary definition. That's what it was. Okay, if I can see them. So alphabet was the first definition. So I had the stencil, a little sticker for each letter, A, B, C, brads on each one. There were 4 brads on each one holding down the stencil, and the background is showing through. See, that's the cutout right there. That's all cut out. And then the brads are holding the stencil up. And so then I had a dictionary definition for each one. A, I had alphabet. This was bees. Actually, that's one of my hand-carved bee stamps. I had the definition of bees up there. And then let's see. C, I had cherries, and so you can see I did the colors. This was a complicated one. We did a lot of those. D was doodads. So I had these little metal bits glued on, little metal bits of whatever, and then doodads. E was eclipse, and so I had a stamp of a moon and a star. And then I painted the stencils. Look, each one. Yeah, the letters are those yellow stencil packs, right? F was footprints, and I embossed a stamp footprint there. G was, I can't tell what it was. Can't see it without let me get my magnifying glass. Because they're just copies, so it's tiny, it's a little smaller. What was G? Gem? I think it was a gem. Oh, okay, yeah, I have a little blue stone there. So I put a little stone. H was... what was H? My magnifying glass is dirty. Hodgepodge. So it's got all kinds of little stuff on there. I was an inkwell. J was a jack-o'-lantern. K was key. Oh, there's keys stamped on there. Key. L was a letter. So there's letters all over that. And some little bits of vellum. M was map. So there's map paper. N, what was N? Notes? No, what is that? I can't see it. I've got too much ink on there. I can't read what it was. I don't know. Ink might have been notes. O was, I see. I wrote some of them on. I guess I did write them on there. Octogenarian. Okay, so O was octogenarian, so I have a big 80 in the middle. P was, see, I wrote some of them like printing. So printing. Q was a quill, so I had put real feathers on each one. And there's the definition, there's the stencil, there's all the brads, the sticker, and then I wrote it. I don't know if I guess I did write it on there on each one. R is Renaissance. So I had little castles there, Renaissance. S was, what was S? Sweetheart, so there's little hearts. T was time, so I had watch clocks there. U was an umbrella, and those are those little drink umbrellas. So I had a little drink umbrella on the original. V was a violin. W was wax, and I'd put a wax seal. Wax seal. X was X and O, like hugs and kisses. Y was yarn, so I wrapped yarn around the stencil. And Z was zither. A little definition there. So yeah, so that was my alphabet swap. So yeah, so anyway guys, I won't show you the last 2 or 3 books. I think y'all get the idea of the ATC swaps. So if you ever want to do some, they're fun. Don't get me wrong, I love doing them. I just don't have time to do them anymore. But I do have quite the collection of them. So yeah, keep them in a notebook. Okay guys, I think I'll head out. We did all kinds of hodgepodge today, speaking of hodgepodge. So I'll tag this one as the Society of Idea Collectors, episode 27, and Library Book Haul. Even though I did show my new sketchbook. Let's just pet this for a moment. Y'all got any questions or anything? Did y'all get anybody to... Because since Janet's not here, somebody needs to stream. Janet usually comes on after me, and since she's in Australia, That's what, Terry, you never have to apologize. If you are sleeping and Terry's on the West Coast, one of my mods on the West Coast, she gets up at 5 a.m. to be here when I'm at here at 8 on Monday and Wednesdays. And Terry, if you sleep in, do not ever apologize. Your sleep and your shoulder is more important to me than than you being here. Seriously, do not feel like you have to be here. You're surprised it's soft. You didn't know it was softbound, Paula, but it is a good sturdy, it's a good sturdy cover. Yeah, it is a good sturdy cover. I knew they were softbound. So yeah, I know, Terry. Terry, let's find you some good place in the universe here. There you are, Terry. And yeah, for those mom and Denise are texting each other now. Let me go back to my soundboard here. Where's my soundboard? Let's do my Terry sound. She's our cougar. Actually, it's a jaguar, but we call it a cougar. The book, Joy, it's called The World's Largest Sketchbook, 600 pages. And remember, though, guys, it's create space paper. It's copy paper, people. It's copy paper. It's thin. So just FYI on that. So, but they have all kinds of covers. They have fractals, and Paula said she got the watercolor painty one. There's all kinds of designs. There's all kinds of florals. There's all kinds of covers. And if you want to draw, write, if you're a journaler, any of it, this is it's 600 pages. So, or if you don't want to, spend the money to buy a bound one, you could just go buy you a ream of copy paper. I've done that many a times in my notebooks. 3-ring binders, and just make your own with a 3-ring binder. This was just so pretty. It was so pretty with the space. It got me with the space, people. That's what got me right there. All right, guys. Well, y'all have a great afternoon. Don't forget, on Wednesday, I want to do our Hannah Carlson 2-color book giveaway on Wednesday. So don't leave a comment on this one for the giveaway. That'll be Wednesday. Okay? Provided, I'm here and everything's going good. So we'll do that on Wednesday. All right, guys. I know if you're a big-time journaler, this is awesome if you're a writer. You can write on this with no problem. But, any watercolor, if you use Copics, it'll go through, so you want to make sure and put something behind it. It's thin paper. And it's good to see you, by the way, Lisa. Good to see you. So thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate all of you. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks so much for watching and subscribing over there. And I appreciate all you guys, too, over on YouTube. So thanks, guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.